Yo. Welcome back to the GAMG, the Big Flex Podcast, aka the StrongCast. I am your host, John Q and this bitch, and guess who we have as our special guest today? Not only the man, the myth himself, the actor, director, screenwriter, super dad. It's my cousin, actually say my cousin, bro. Don Snipes in the building.
What's going on?
Yeah, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get to a nice interview with him, you know, see what he got popping on and shit in these entertainment streets, you know what I'm saying? So how was your strong end, cuz?
It was real good this weekend. I made sure that I got some sleep. You know what I'm saying?
You just showed me like a whole bunch of shit you was just...
that was today, but this weekend I got some rest, you know what I'm saying? I think when you get older, you gotta learn how to start taking naps.
Shit, yeah, I've been napping motherfucking shit for a minute now.
I need to buy me a little portable cot, like, you know, I used to have in preschool, and keep that bitch in the back of the whip. So if I pull up on the motherfucker, I just got a cot, just ready to go, you know what I'm saying?
And narcolepsy. Motherfucker just fall the fuck out.
Yeah. But no, it was good otherwise. I had some great convo with the girls. You know what I'm saying? They post college and then college life, and you know, I don't know, I think as a parent, man, you always reaching a new plateau or some more shit that is just pop up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, oh, now you gotta deal with this. And you got to be ready to, you know what I'm saying, give some advice, some suggestions, or just hear some bullshit. Because sometimes kids think they right and they don't know what the fuck they talking about. And you just say, okay, baby, well, you know, when you figure it out, let me know. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So
see, that's what happened when you
all that.
So that's what happened when you a super dad, nigga.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world, though. I love my babies. Shout out to Pee Wee and Water.
What's up, little cousins? Say, look, they ain't little no more, but look, I'm still gonna call them little cousins.
Young ladies.
Yeah, the young ladies, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, as far as my weekend, man, I ain't do shit but a lot of resting. You know why? Because I ain't had no motherfucking power like a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I know, right? That's
that shit was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is I did have a generator. So I was able to keep my refrigerator going. I had like a little heater plugged up and shit like that, and some lights, little shit like that. So I kind of like try to be prepared, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I will tell people out there, you know what I'm saying, hey, anything can happen, especially in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you haven't got a generator and shit for your crib, get one, you know what I'm saying, period. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you keep plenty of gas, you know what I'm saying? And they come in handy, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because a lot of people I was looking at when I did get a chance to too. They was like, oh yeah, we trying to get rooms and shit, and all the rooms and shit was sold out and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? I will tell y'all, hey, with y'all tax money, I don't give a fuck what y'all do. Go get y'all a goddamn generator. You know what I mean? Period.
Yeah.
Generator and gas, some candles. I had some candles and all that shit. So. It came in handy.
I also heard, too, a lot of times when the power go out, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers be getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because, like...
You say pregnant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because the heat don't be working and shit. People don't be having shit else to do, so...
Yeah, that's prime time for spooning, you know what I'm saying? Shit, cuddling up, you know what I'm saying? Get some of that goddamn body heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, cover your face up. Hey, look, cover your ass, your whole damn face up and let that breath and shit heat your ass up. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Yeah. All right, so this episode, which is the 9th episode or 10th episode of the GAMG Big Flex Podcast, is sponsored by the Gem Animal Muscle Gang Enterprises LLC. All right. We are having a spring sale. Actually started today on, say, my apparel, and which is 33% off on my apparel. So check out my website, gamg.shop. You'll see some shirts on there, some hoodies, some joggers, and so forth. All right. And then also I'm having a sale on my personal training. So if you're looking to get into some personal training, some one-on-one training, even group training, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I'm running a special right now for the whole, so for each month, say 10 to 12 sessions, $300, all right, for the month. All right. So if that's something that you're willing to, you know, you really need and shit in your life, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get some of that weight off your ass and, you know, trying to get your stomach flat and trying to get a good meal plan and so forth, definitely holler at me. All right. So like I said, check me out on GAMG.shop. All right. And then also say with the GAMG Enterprises, I do have, say, these supplements and stuff like that, all right? So along with, say, the apparel and along with, say, the personal training, I do have supplements from GAMG.firstfitness.com, all right? So once again, say if you're looking for some good, the best supplement, I'm not going to say good, but the best supplements, you know what I'm saying, as far as weight loss, detox, protein, and so forth, check out the website, gamg.firstfitness.com, all right? And we are also sponsored by 8, which is All Problems Eliminated. This is a home repair, home restoration company. So if you're looking to get anything fixed on your house, okay? So, you know, with the storm that just passed, hey, you need some stuff done on the outside, the inside, stuff like that, give Teron, give T and BT a call and shit at area code 623-223-3943, and they'll tighten you up. You know what I'm saying? They'll get you together, all right? All right. So now we're going to go ahead and go into this weekly challenge, and it's also, say, my exercise tip of the week. Oh, maybe that. Oh, not yet, huh? All right. So look. So once again, check out those websites. All right. So GAMG.shop and GAMG.firstfitness.com. All right. For the spring sale. So matter of fact, also, you know what? Check me out too on, say, hit me up on Instagram too on GAMG say podcast. And or you can send me an email at gamgpodcast7@gmail. All right. And just let me know, you know what I'm saying, what you're trying to do. We'll keep everything copacetic, as we would say.
Because if you had to say something that you specialize in, what would it be in terms of your personal training? Like, what's the one thing?
Strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning?
Strength and conditioning, and also weight loss, you know. Gotcha. So strength and conditioning and weight loss. And then I actually, what I do is I cater to every client what their goals is, you know. So every client is going to be different, you know what I mean? You might have some that's trying to gain weight, you might have some that's trying to lose some weight, you know what I mean? And then you might have a person that's want to get stronger, say in their chest area, their shoulders, or you might want a person that want to get a little bit stronger in their legs, or they want that endurance, you know what I mean? So I always do a lot of things to kind of like shock your body and stuff like that to build that strength and endurance and so forth. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
So, you know, I will say this, you know, like you were instrumental on me starting back working out, you know what I mean, a long time ago. So between, say, you and Mr. Davis, K. Davis, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So starting off, so yeah, you recreated, say, a monster, you know what I'm saying? So I will say that, all right?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Matter of fact, while we talking about, say, working out, when the last time that you actually got a chance to work out?
Shit, it's been a minute. I can't even hold you up. It's, you know, my schedule been like crazy this past couple of years for some reason, and I just haven't gotten that little zone, you know what I'm saying, of working out. I do now, though, when my body's feeling a little stiff or something, I get outside, I go take a walk, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm at this stage right now where I definitely got to bring that balance back in, you know what I'm saying? Because before, I used to go to the gym a lot, and now, you know, it's more, you know, let me sit, let me meditate, let me, you know, burn some candles, you know, let me do some grounding, all of that. So I'm at this stage now, and I'm definitely going to put some time to it this year of just kind of balancing everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do love sitting in the hot sauna. You know, I do love stretching.
Yeah.
I think that the thing that has been interesting to me recently is the mobility type workout.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that I stay loose in my shoulders. I was looking at something interesting the other day. It was saying that a lot of senior citizens, they can't even tie their shoe.
Yeah.
So it was saying that single leg strength is actually really important. Like, it's more important than walking. You know what I'm saying? Because as you get older, simple things like putting socks on, tying your shoe. A lot of people, you know, if they have stiff back or just weak leg muscles, they can't even lift their leg up to do that type of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think that's been, you know, something that I've been kind of, you know, really paying attention to. So when I start back working out, I'm definitely going to try to, you know, well, not try, but I'm definitely going to incorporate some mobility things.
Okay.
Just so I can, you know, stay flexible and, you know, have some muscle range. You know what I'm saying? Like a nice muscle range.
Yeah. I actually do that a lot far as like with your legs and stuff like that. I do like a lot of single leg workouts and stuff like that too or whatever. Definitely like a lot of leg press. And you know, I always kind of like show people too the different positions and stuff like that on where to place their foot. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to like hit more of your quad or your hamstrings and stuff like that or whatever on it too, because that makes a big ass difference. You know what I mean too. So
are you talking about in terms of leg pressing and stuff like that?
Yeah. So you know, so just a tip real quick before we get to the videos and stuff like that. If you want to work, say, your glutes and your hamstrings real good, you want to place your foot more so at the top of the actual machine or whatever, and put that pressure right there on it. You know, and you're gonna feel it all in your ass. It's gonna get all up in there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get all up in there. All right. All right. So check this video out, y'all. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to the outer thighs. I don't want to.
Boy John Q checking in from the GAMG podcast. Today's Q's exercise tips and the weekly challenge. It's all in one. Some planks, all right? Simple planks. 1 minute planks, all right? So we're gonna keep this very simple. I want y'all to do some planks every day. Y'all can do about 4 sets, about 4 minutes. Good. Try to do it like at least say 5, all right? So I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. When you do these, you don't want to sink in your back, okay? What you want to do is keep a slight little arch in your back, all right? So I'm going to do these on my elbows. Then I'm going to show you how to do some for your other, you know, like for your shoulders, and your tries too. And you're just pressing up using the handstand, all right? So matter of fact, I'm going to do that first. So check this out, all right? All right. First one, just like this. Straight up. You just hold, all right? Count down. Just hold it. This right here, it's going to work. Say your core, shoulders, your arms, and your back and your legs. All right. Now I'm gonna go straight to a plank on my elbows. All right. Take it down just like this, and hold. All right. And keep a slight bend in your back, a little bit up. Do not sink your back in.
All right, y'all. All right. So look, so this weekly challenge, like I said, is some planks. All right. So the reason why I chose planks for this challenge or whatever, because planks are great for improving, say, like your body posture and stuff like that. All right. It's good for strengthening up your back, your neck, your chest, your shoulders, and of course your abdominal muscles. All right. So it's very effective, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're trying to get rid of that lower body, that lower belly fat and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So try to do about maybe, like I said, 4 or 5 sets each day this week. You know what I mean? And let me know what y'all think about it. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get into a couple of these videos real quick of our guest, you know what I'm saying, and see some of his work in action. All right.
They about
Check
to
these out.
surprise me, shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A 25-year-old woman was found dead today at the suburban motel around 5 a.m. The police say this is the second killing this year of a young prostitute found with a lipstick kiss on her.
How are you?
I've been all right.
Oh, okay. Cindy, this is my wife, Mariah.
Nice to meet you.
There's one thing I will not tolerate from you or anyone else. Is making me look like a fool.
What exactly are we meeting about?
Your fantasy?
You ever wish you could just make people go away?
I want to be loved the way it looks like someone loves you. You look put together. You look happy.
Everything's not always what it seems.
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Do you trust me? Of course.
This feels good.
What feels good?
This. How often do we get a chance to just simply be?
Jacob.
Casey, nice to meet you.
So, what brings you down here?
You know how you see someone and they look like they have a story? Maybe I'm looking for someone to relate to.
You and me both. We feed off one another, you know, we pour into one another, whether we like it or not.
You feel energy from people as you encounter them. Some drain you. Some give you nothing. And some make you feel full.
Clap that shit up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. The man, the myth, the legend. What's up, Don?
Man, I'm gonna go back and look at some of them too. Them was some good times.
Yeah, you got some.
Looking
You
at all that stuff.
got some hell of a work, man. You know what I'm saying? So let the people know, like, when did you get started in saying theater and movie?
I want to say in 2009, 2010. It was right around the time right before our economy got like really, really bad.
Okay.
I was reading this book by Deepak Chopra called The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. And I ended up going to New York, and then long story short, somebody asked me a question that was like, yo, if you had $100 million, what would you be doing with your life? And I was like, I'll be acting. And they said, okay, bet. So that's the thing to start doing now. And I was like, I gave them all these reasons why I couldn't, right? I'm like, I'm a carpenter, I'm laid off right now. They're like, no. So, if that's your answer, then do that. And so I came back home, and I was in a play. Actually, I got a phone call from one of my homies, and she was involved with this play. And that year, I did like 5 of them, and I was like the lead in all of them.
What was the name of the play?
The initial one, I think, was He Said, She Said.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was He Said, She Said by Dennis Reed.
Okay.
My own girl, Melissa, she had asked me that I want to be a part of it. So it was dope. We had a good time. After that, did theater for a few years, and then caught the music video bug. So I was writing like treatments for a lot of Detroit artists. That was great, you know what I'm saying? And it was a good time because a lot of those cats now have went on, and everybody from interviewing Cash Dow to doing video shoots with Doughboys and Team Eastside, Peasy, all those cats, Cash Out 313. So many artists, you know what I'm saying, in the city that I had the opportunity to work with, and direct and or write their treatment out.
Okay.
Was really, really dope. Shout out Big Gov, all those cats.
Shout out.
So just having and then eventually got into film. And once I got into film, it was just like, yo, this is something that I really enjoy.
Now you say a treatment. Explain to the people what is a treatment.
So when when you look at a music video, a treatment is more or less just like the storyline of it, or just how the video gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I personally like having a storyline or something completely abstract, because I always tell artists, I'm like, your music video, you can gain fans from the music video. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about the song. Like, some people may actually not like the song, but once they see the video, they like, man, you know what? This artist is dope.
Yeah.
So my whole thing has always been like, yo, let's take the artistry to another level with, bringing in some dope visuals to go with it. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So how many estimated, say, how many movies in theater, plays or whatever have you been in so far?
Countless. I can't even. Yeah. I can't even. It's interesting. I think once I started going with this, oftentimes I meet actors and they like, man, I really want to get into this. How can I get into this business? And I'm just like, I heard Russell Simmons say something one day that was really, it really stuck with me. He said, if you a rapper, you need to be where rappers are, and he was like, you need to learn how to, be in the place where other like-minded individuals are, right? And so when I first heard him say that, it was just kind of, okay, this Russell Simmons just saying some positive stuff. But where it really hit home was, I'm in Atlanta one day and I'm staring at a chessboard, and I meditate a lot, so I'm the type of person where I receive revelation just on about anything.
Okay.
And I'm sitting looking at this chessboard, and I'm staring at the pawn, and something was like, yo, Don, like, even though some people might consider this the weakest piece on the board, it can be extremely dangerous depending on what position it's in. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm sitting there, for whatever reason, that revelation plus whatever Russell Simmons had said just kind of clicked together, and it was like, yo, Don, like, so what if you just starting off? So what if you don't necessarily have, you know what I'm saying, the skill set that a lot of other people before you may have? Get in the game and learn how to position yourself, and then you can get, you can become dangerous. And that's just been my goal since then. Like, I don't really pay attention to what a lot of other people doing. Mm-hmm. That's just never really been my thing. I'm not really competitive in that aspect. I more or less like to compete with self.
Okay.
So, you know, and that I feel good about that. I don't really, I always tell people sometimes just pay attention to how you feel when you see other individuals who have success that's doing the same thing that you do, you know. Are you happy for them? You know what I'm saying? Are you envious? Are you jealous? And a lot of times, you know, you can use your own emotions to adjust your own mindset.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, you know, hey, I'm cheering for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who cheering for me. Yeah. And that just kind of keep my mind, you know, where it need to be.
All right. So let me ask you this then too. How do you prepare for a role, or, you know, to get into a character or whatever after you do a reading and stuff like that, or whatever, you know, after you kind of like see, okay, like how to pull out, you know what I'm saying, that character. What do you do? Are you more so like what they call a method actor? You know what I'm saying? Or
so, and just to speak on that, a lot of people kind of use that phrase out of context. Mm-hmm. You know, method acting is a form of acting. Sandy Meisner, he kind of, you know, made the technique extremely popular. Uta Hagen, she kind of did some of the same stuff, but at the end of the day, that's more just about repetition to the point where you start to just be, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're repeating.
Okay.
With that said, when I go into preparing for a character, I'm not looking at nobody.
Okay.
And the only reason why is Uta Hagen, she had a book that came out and all the actors jumped on it, but she had a second book that came out called Respect for Acting. Okay. And in the book, she talks about how you have two different types of acting. You have representation and you have presentation. And some people who act, oftentimes they look at a lot of other actors or what somebody else in life is doing, and they'll draw all that stuff together and they say, you know what? Like say somebody gave me a role as a garbage man. They'll say, this is what a garbage man does. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they start to mimic that. Okay. But put their own spin on it. I don't like doing none of that. I'm be honest with you. Okay. You know, sometimes people have showed me stuff that, you know, like there's been times I've done plays and they're like, yo, look at how such and such did. This is how the old cast did. I won't look at it. Okay. And the only reason why is because I feel like I'm me and nobody gonna do me like I do me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like looking at myself sometime when we in the middle of filming. Okay. I want to bring, you know, a uniqueness to my character, certain nuances to my character that maybe somebody didn't think about, because at the end of the day, I feel like all of us, you know, we're just different expressions of one. Yeah. So because of that, I don't want to look like nobody else that, you know, may have had a role similar to this ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring something unique to the character that maybe somebody haven't thought about, because at the end of the day, yes, you train people, right? Mm-hmm. But there's so much more to you than just that.
Training. Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Of course. You
almost like a psychologist.
Yeah. You a husband. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different aspects you a son to your life that a lot of people never get to see. Yeah. So a lot of times, you know, like if you check on my gram, some people used to say, well, Don, you don't really post a lot of stuff that you be doing. I'm like, I do, but a lot of times I'm posting shit. It's with my kids, with food, maybe shit I'm doing outside, because I love acting and that shit is kind of sacred to me. I'm not trying to be involved in acting to be like popular. Like no knock to what anybody else is doing, but I just have my own reasons.
Yeah. So what have you had like a real challenging role that you can remember or whatever that you know that you really had to dig deep or something for you know what I'm saying? Like,
so twice in my life that I have something that have challenged me to date. Mm-hmm. The second thing, and I'll start with that. The second thing was me playing Malcolm X. Okay. When I had to play Malcolm X, there was a book, another story about him that had came out, and the guy that wrote this book, he died like soon as the book was published.
Oh,
shit, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, I got the book from the late Brenda Perryman. She called me up and was like, "Yo, Don, I said, you know, if you want to come borrow the book, come through the crib." She was dope, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Rest her soul. And went over, I got the book, and this author had basically had all this information in the book. He basically tried to say that in the movie Malcolm X, it wasn't Spike Lee that corrupted Malcolm. It was really Malcolm that corrupted him. And Malcolm learned his behavior from his auntie who was in the streets. This book just
something totally
was the exact opposite of, you know, the autobiography of Malcolm X. So I'm preparing for that. But why that was really real challenging was because Malcolm is one of my heroes, and I really want to nail that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Malcolm has certain speech patterns. When I put it this way, when I was studying for that role, there's this conspiracy theory that Barack Obama is Malcolm X's son. All right? And I went down that rabbit hole. If you haven't, it's a hell of a rabbit hole. I mean, even seeing their mannerisms, their speech tactic and technique, you know what I'm saying? The frequency of how they use their words, even right down to how they point and use their finger. Malcolm used to be big on that. Barack Obama, the same thing. Allegedly, the house that Malcolm X had, Barack Obama grew up around the corner. You understand? The same neighborhood. Yeah. They once pulled up an article that was basically in the Morning Call that said Malcolm X, because he knew that it was a target, you know what I'm saying, on his back, he didn't want anybody to kill his son. Right. But that's a whole nother topic. Yeah. I enjoyed preparing for that role, but it was challenging because I wanted to nail it. And the first hardest role was when I first started acting. I always tell people, you know, I've learned so much of just about my life acting. I was a novice actor, and when you first starting off acting, there's just some things morally that you either connect with or you don't. Yeah. And I'll never forget, I just used to have a problem with roles where I might have had to say some degrading shit or fucked up shit to women. Okay. I just couldn't do it. And there's a guy, Carl King.
You got to say something. Listen, tell me what exactly did you have to say?
Carl King wrote this play, and in the middle of the play, he had a fucking poem called "Big Girls Need Love Too." I said this shit. We was at Charles H. Wright. We had several shows, and each night I would look for like the thinnest chick in the audience to look at, right? And I find her, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm zeroed in on her ass, and I'm saying the poem, right? One night, we had some thick sisters, and it was 2-3 rows of them, and I'm looking, and I can't find somebody to look at, and I'm like, oh shit, and all of a sudden I missed my cue, and Carl King was in the back, and he flickered the spotlight on me. I'll never forget this. I fucking forgot the whole poem. I made some shit up right there on stage. I don't know if you remember that motherfucker,
man.
But I made some shit up on stage. At the end of the show, Carl King coming to me. Carl King, the big guy too, right? Okay. And he say, Don, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I forgot the whole fucking poem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot every fucking line in this poem. But again, it was because he had a line in there, and it was something simple. Now I can laugh about this shit now, but he said, big girls keep you warm in the winter and give you shade in the summer, some shit like that. And I just could not bring himself to say this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was learning about myself, you know what I'm saying, when I first got into this shit. Because again, when you start acting, you have to become whoever you're portraying. Like, it ain't, you know, I've heard some people say silly shit like, oh, if you a good liar, you a good actor. Well, you a silly motherfucker. Yeah. Because lying don't have shit to do with if somebody look at you right now and say, Q, when you come in here, you a 76-year-old man, you got gout. Let's see. What the fuck you gonna do? You get what I'm saying? Is your gait gonna change and your walk? How's your voice gonna come out? You get what I'm saying? Could you have them old stiff ass mannerisms? You know what I'm saying? Could you have some arthritis or something somewhere else? That shit requires a certain skill set that a lot of motherfuckers don't have. I've seen a lot of strippers. They get on set, and when it's time to just pull off any type of clothing off, they clam the fuck up. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you didn't dance,
you do this,
shake your ass for a living, but when that camera cut on, it changed a motherfucker. I'm telling you. So,
all right.
But yeah, them two were my most challenging roles to date.
All right. So I'm gonna run down, say, a couple of movies and stuff like that, and just kind of like let people know. Say, what did you do in these? Okay. So we seen, say, a sentimental mood. Okay. Explain that.
Shout out to Zach Cunningham. During the pandemic, you know, a lot of motherfuckers was sitting around, wasn't doing nothing. And my homie, he like, yo, you know, I got this idea. And Zach is the type of person where if he hit my line and say he got an idea, shit, man, he get excited. He get me excited. So, you know, shit, we roll with it. And during the pandemic, everything was closed. Everything was shut down. So we found this black-owned bed and breakfast. Shout out to the Cochran House. They let us film there. We rented that mug out for about, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 days. And shit, got busy. Co-star Deborah Lane Spencer, shout out to her.
Shout out.
Shit, we made it happen, man. He put the script together, and it was a beautiful thing. So yeah. Shout out to Sentimental Mood, Misfitted, you know what I'm saying, academics.
All right, so the next one is the users. The users
was interesting. Darren Brown from Darren Brown Films, he hit me up.
What up, D?
On a fucking Friday. And he called me. He said, Don, what you doing? I said, shit. He said, let's meet tomorrow. I got some, you know, I want you to check out. So I meet with him and Rebecca Dawn Saturday downtown. And he had me a script. He said, yo, shit, I got this role for you. You know, you think you'd be down? Yeah, I'm down. I mean, it really wasn't nothing to ask me. I'm like, yeah, what's up? What I got to do? He said, okay, cool. Here's the script. We start Monday.
Damn.
He said, gave me the script, and shit. Monday we start shooting, and it was dope. You know, it's always a good thing. Shout out to Lulu Doll, Jay Fears. It's always dope when you know you can work with you know, some of your peers that really want to get it in. I think that was Jay's first time, but she did great. And Lulu, you know what I'm saying? She a beast. I've you know, known her for some time now, and you know, shit, it was just a real cool experience, man.
Okay.
So, and after that, Darren and I, we you know, we formed a working relationship right after that.
Yeah. So say stick with say Darren film Dimes. The next one.
Yeah. Dimes was cool, man. Had the opportunity to work. So Dimes is a Darren Brown film, but really the homie Don, the edit guy, you know what I'm saying? He came up with the concept, and then, you know, Darren put his spin on it and shit, you know, made it what it is. It was dope. Shout out to Hoops was in it. Sierra. Shit, the homegirl Nix, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nix too, man. Been knowing her, working with her for some years. You know, I think with all this being said, man, at the end of the day, you know, our city just really have a lot of dope artists. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just take Nix for example. We talking about somebody who like a triple threat, can sing, act, dance. You know what I'm saying? That's just the homie. You know what I'm saying? So I've had a wonderful time, you know, just kind of coming up, you know, alongside all these people, and you know, still doing all these people still doing great things and keeping it moving. You know, I think the one thing about our city, this is really showing. You know, when the film incentives left, everybody was like, "Oh man, you know, no film's gonna be here in Detroit." Shit. You know, when you start seeing the T-shirts that say Detroit hustle harder and all that shit, we really do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't shit stop us.
I will say and shit, Detroit is taking over Tubi for damn sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all got some hell of a fucking movies and stuff.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I'm saying?
Shout out to all the filmmakers that's doing their thing right now.
Definitely.
Shout out to the Dirty D, Dennis Reed, Janaea Black, her and Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Kamal. It's so many cats to name, you know what I'm saying?
Keep up the good work.
Business, you know what I'm saying? Nyambi, Richard Bass, you know what I'm saying? The Shoe Lady, you know what I'm saying? It's just so many people, and I'm happy to say that I probably work with just about
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a few I haven't, but for the most part, you know, a lot of the cats that's really been pushing this shit. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to work with them at some point or another.
All right, and say this other film, that came out not too long ago, Melanin.
Yeah. Listen, you remember that flick? Have you ever seen Soul Man?
Yeah.
So when I describe Melanin to people, I describe it as a socially conscious version of Soul Man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When Darren I don't know when the fuck Darren be sitting in the house thinking of this crazy shit, but he hit me up, and you know, a lot of times when he hit me up, he have a concept idea, you know what I'm saying? He'll put the backbone of the shit together, send it to me, and then, you know what I'm saying, I put my salt and seasons and spices and shit on it, and you know, it was a beautiful thing. I enjoy the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we can collaborate on that, you know what I'm saying? He's open to, you know, a lot of the ideas that I bring to the table. But in terms of Melanin, man, Melanin turned out great, man. We had a lot of challenges just getting the casting together for that. You know what I'm saying? But believe it, I want to say shit, probably a week or two before we supposed to start filming, one of the leads caught COVID. You know what I'm saying? We had to recast and shit. So you know, we call it the film guys. The film guys, you know what I'm saying? They gave us some grace and shit. It came out exactly how it needed to come out. Shout out to Shamari, shout out to Rob. I mean, you know, we had a good time filming that, man. And I think that the coolest part about filming Melanin was, you know, while we were filming Melanin, man, you could just kind of tell sometime when you have something special, you know what I'm saying? And I think for me, just, you know, seeing the performance of everybody, you know, Marcus Woods did a hell of a job, Sierra, even comedian Ron T, you know what I'm saying, did a hell of a job.
No, it was a good movie.
You know, just portraying his character, man, and it was cool just to do something that was, you know, a little bit different, a little bit of a stretch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, also, I wanted to ask you, which say movie will probably be like your favorite that you've worked on so far?
What's been my favorite?
Yeah. That you enjoyed the most, far as if it was screenwriting, acting, directing, you know, what's been your that you will probably even say, oh, I want to do like a sequel, you know what I mean, too. I got you. Hold on, I got you stuck. What?
You know, this how I look at it. I think sometimes that as we move forward in life, sometimes we gotta slow the fuck down and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of the moments that I've had, you know, especially in film, whether they've been when I first started or even right now, they all been special. I don't take none of the shit for granted.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like shit, when you first starting off and you don't know what the fuck you doing, and you sitting up and you arguing with motherfuckers over creative differences, and you know, you fighting for what you think, you know, may be the best thing.
Yeah.
Shit, that's a hell of a moment within itself, you know. And then you get to doing this shit for a minute, and you know, you want to bring bigger and better shit to the table, and you know, you just want to find different ways to be creative within the space. That shit too is exciting to me. I think at the end of the day, I love the challenge of it all. I love the fact that you know, it really to really sit down and have something in your mind and then, bring it forth.
Yeah.
Bring it forth is just, that's what we here on this earth to do, no matter in what genre it is, whether it's
alchemists.
Yeah, whether it's music, whether it's poetry, whether it's, moms who are homemakers, whether it's fathers who are taking care of their household and, getting to a place in their life where they feel comfortable and secure in their manhood. When we think of something in our mind and we create that shit, that to me is like exhilarating. Yeah. So I don't really necessarily right now have a favorite moment.
Okay.
I'll just simply say that I haven't taken any of the moments for granted, and I love all of this shit, and I want to keep going.
Okay. All right. Look, before we get to, because I want to show the people, say, that trailer of Dimes, but I got one more question for you. Actually, two more before we do that. All right. If you wasn't acting, screen directing, or modeling, or any of those, what would you be doing?
I would be doing a cooking show.
Okay.
Where I travel.
Yeah, because I know you're a foodie. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love, and it's not even that I love food. Yes, I love food, but to be honest with you, food is kind of like sitting and having a meal with someone.
Yeah.
Is kind of like a sacred thing to me.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, they don't really look at it like that, but like when I share my food or I bring some shit for a motherfucker to try, like that shit means something to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because to me, when we sit, when we eat, it gives you a chance to bond with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? Connect in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
And so that's what food kind of represents to me. But yeah, if I wasn't doing this shit, it would be like, I would probably want to host some type of show where I travel the world and I just meet people and discuss the food and their culture and like what it means to them. You know what I'm saying? So
shit, we need to make that happen. Yeah, we need to make that happen then. You know what I'm saying? For real. All right. Then also let everybody know, like, what you got going on. What you got going on in the future? You know what I'm saying? Are you working on something right now? Are you writing on a series or anything? Or what you got going on? And then let people know how to stay in touch with you.
So what I got going on right now, first and foremost, is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to work on me some kind of way. I think this is the first time in my life, you know what I'm saying, recently, where like it feels good to have growth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like before, I might could tell you like, yeah, I'm trying shit,